The 1962 Ford Cortina looked like just another family car, but it was hiding some game-changing secrets. From racing roots to global impact, here are 9 secrets you never knew about this British automotive icon. The 1962 Ford Cortina quietly became a trailblazer in Ford's global strategy, even if it wasn't officially branded as a world car. At the time, automakers typically built region-specific models, each tailored to local preferences and conditions. But the Cortina broke that mold. Designed by Ford of Britain for the European market, it featured a lightweight, minimalist design that made it easy and cost-effective to produce, qualities that made it ideal for assembly in other parts of the world. Ford's strategy was simple: create a versatile, reliable, and affordable car with a universal appeal. The Cortina was quickly adopted beyond the UK, with production or assembly taking place in countries like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Ireland, and Malaysia. Each region added small local adaptations, but the core design remained consistent. This international success gave Ford valuable experience in building global platforms and managing multinational production, lessons that would directly influence future world cars like the Escort, Sierra, and later the Focus. The Ford Cortina's development is often cited as a remarkable achievement in automotive history, largely because it was completed in an incredibly short time, just 21 months from concept to production. Ford UK's design and engineering teams worked under intense pressure to deliver a car that would appeal to the growing demand for affordable, reliable family transportation in early 1960s Britain. Internally codenamed Archbishop, the Cortina was envisioned as a simple, lightweight car that could be produced economically and in large numbers. Despite the tight deadline, the final product was not only cost-effective but also stylish, practical, and easy to maintain, traits that would make it a favorite among buyers. The project's success demonstrated Ford's efficiency and innovation at a time when rapid development cycles were rare in the automotive industry, setting a precedent for future vehicle programs. In the early 1960s, the British car market was largely dominated by the British Motor Corporation, particularly with the revolutionary Mini, which had captured the public's imagination with its compact size and innovative design. Ford UK saw the need to strike back with a car that could compete in the growing small family car segment, but in a more conventional way. The result was the Ford Cortina, larger, roomier, and easier to maintain than the Mini, yet still affordable and fuel-efficient. Its traditional front-engine, rear-wheel drive layout appealed to conservative buyers, and its simplicity made it a favorite among mechanics. This strategic move paid off, as the Cortina quickly rose through the sales charts and became one of Britain's best-selling cars throughout the decade. One of the key features that set the 1962 Ford Cortina apart from many of its competitors was its use of McPherson strut front suspension, a design more commonly found in higher-end or performance vehicles at the time. This suspension setup was relatively advanced for a budget family car, offering a combination of simplicity, compactness, and effective handling characteristics. The McPherson struts allowed the Cortina to maintain a comfortable ride while providing sharper, more responsive steering compared to many rival models with older suspension designs. For everyday drivers, this meant a smoother driving experience and better control, especially in corners or on uneven roads. So it also contributed to the car's lightweight design, as the suspension system was less complex and took up less space. This engineering decision helped the Cortina appeal to a broader audience, including those who valued both practicality and driver engagement, cementing its reputation as more than just basic transportation. A lesser-known feature of the early Ford Cortina was its optional front bench seat, paired with a column-mounted gear shifter, an unusual setup for British cars of the era. Inspired by American designs, this configuration allowed the Cortina to carry up to 6 passengers, 3 in the front and 3 in the rear. The column shifter freed up space between the front seats, creating a more open cabin and improving comfort and accessibility. While most UK buyers preferred individual front seats and the sportier feel of a floor-mounted gear lever, the bench seat option appealed to practical-minded drivers, particularly taxi operators and large families. It offered added functionality without compromising too much on space or cost. The Lotus Cortina, introduced in 1963, was a high-performance version of the standard Ford Cortina, built through a collaboration between Ford and Lotus. Officially named the Ford Cortina Lotus, it was designed to meet homologation requirements for racing and came straight from the factory with serious performance upgrades. Lotus reworked the car extensively, fitting it with a 1.6-liter twin-cam engine based on the Ford Kent block, producing around 105 horsepower, a significant boost over the standard model. It also featured lightweight aluminum panels, a close-ratio gearbox, and a specially tuned suspension system for improved handling. The rear suspension was replaced with a unique A-frame layout to enhance cornering stability. Visually, it stood out with a white body and green side stripe. Though built for competition, it was road-legal and offered everyday usability. The Lotus Cortina quickly earned a reputation on and off the track, setting the stage for Ford's motorsport legacy. The Ford Cortina didn't just succeed in the showroom, it became a foundation for a whole generation of performance tuning and modification within the Ford community. The popularity of the Lotus Cortina also helped inspire enthusiasts to create their own performance variants using aftermarket parts or engines from other Ford models. As a result, a vibrant tuning scene grew around the Cortina, especially in the UK, where it became common to see heavily modified versions at racetracks and on the streets. Tuners often upgraded engines, suspension, and brakes to push the car well beyond its original capabilities. The Cortina's legacy lives on in the DNA of later fast Fords, like the Escort RS, Sierra Cosworth, and Focus ST that followed in its tire tracks. The Ford Cortina played a pivotal role in launching what many consider the early British muscle car scene. While American muscle cars were defined by big V8 engines, the UK's version was more modest, but no less spirited. Models like the Lotus Cortina and GT variants gave British drivers a taste of performance in an affordable, compact package. In the 1970s, used Cortinas became popular with young enthusiasts who modified them with bigger engines, uprated suspension, and rally-inspired styling. Street racing culture and the emerging boy racer scene embraced the Cortina as a symbol of homegrown speed. The 1962 Ford Cortina was more than just a family car. It became a global icon, a racer, and a tuner's dream. Behind its simple look were secrets that shaped car culture for decades.